Yeah, you can make something different. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Fancy Stitches. In today's video tutorial, I'll be sharing with you all how I made this bodycon dress for my FYF photo credit to Pinterest. It's actually a simple video tutorial and do well to watch till the end. So guys, let's get started. This is a stretchy crop material which I will be using for this video tutorial, and as you can see, this part of my fabric is less stretchy while the other part is very stretchy. So I'll be using the very stretchy part for my folding, and my fabric is about 3 yards. Okay, so guys, I went ahead to fold my fabric and the width of my folding is 12 inches. The length of this dress is going to be 52 inches, but I'll be adding 1 inch to it, making it 53 inches, okay, which is here. So guys, the next thing to do here is to take our horizontal measurement, and to do that, from the hem of my fabric down to my bust point is 10 inches, to my waistline is 16 inches, and down to my hip is 26 inches. Okay, I went ahead to draw a straight line across my marked points, just the way you see me doing it here in this video. My shoulder measurement is 16 inches divided by 2 is going to give me 8 inches. Then I went ahead to add 1 inch to it for my sewing hemming allowance. Okay, I'll go down by 1 inch for my shoulder slope. From my shoulder slope points, I went down by 8 inches for my armhole length. Okay, for my back neckline width, I'll be making use of 3.5 inches, which is here. Okay, then I'm going to connect this to my shoulder slope. Then for my back neckline length, I'll be making use of 1.5 inch. Okay, 1.5 inch. So I'll also use freehand to cut for my back neckline. Then the next thing is to take our basic body measurement, coming over to my bust line. My bust circumference of 36 inches divided by 4 is going to give me 9 inches. So I'll mark my 9 inches point here. Okay, then add 1 inch for my hemming allowance. Then coming over to my waistline, my waist circumference of 30 inches divided by 4 is going to give me 7.5 inches. Okay, go ahead and mark my 7.5 inch here, then add 1 inch for my hemming allowance. To my hip line, my hip circumference of 38 inches divided by 4 is going to give me 9.5 inch, which is this point here. Then I'll also add my 1 inch for my hemming allowance. Okay, coming over to my dress length, I'm also going to use my hip measurements, which is 38 inches divided by 4 is going to give me 9.5. Okay, here. Then I'm also going by 1 inch. Okay, from my marked point, which is here, I'll come in by 1 inch. Okay, which is here. So I'll go ahead to connect all my marked points together. Also for my armhole, I went ahead to curve for my armhole. Okay, so guys, this is all for my back pattern. Then I'm going to go ahead now to use my scissors as to cut it out. So guys, I went ahead to place my back pattern on top of my arranged fabric as to cut for my front pattern. Okay, the front pattern is going to have a V neckline, a long V neckline, which is going to be about 9 inches. which I used my chalk to trace out, and after that I went ahead to cut it out. So guys, after cutting for my front pattern, I went ahead to dip in my armhole. Okay, you can see I went in by 1 inch. Okay, then connect it this way. To cut for my sleeve, the length of my sleeve is 22 inches and the width is 9 inches. From the left hand side, just the way you see me doing it here, I went down by 5 inches, mark my point. Then to the right hand side, I took a vertical measurement of 5 inches, mark my point, and from my marked point, I went down by 3 inches. After that, I went ahead to connect my marked point by curving along, just the way you see me doing it here. Then down to my sleeve length hemline, I marked my round arm measurement, which is 12 inches divided by 2 will give me 6 inches. I marked my point and also connect my marked point. After that, I went ahead to cut it out. So guys, to fix my sleeve, I discovered that my shoulder length was too long and I had to reduce it to 4.5 inches. So I went ahead to measure 4.5 inches on both sides of my shoulder, mark my point. Then from my marked point, I went down by 8 inches, drew a straight line, connecting my marked points just the way you see me doing it here. After that, I went ahead to trim it out. Then for the front dress pattern, I went in by 1/2 inch, also trimmed that out as well. I also went ahead to mark for my dress shaping by retaking my basic body measurements. So my bust circumference of 35 inches divided by 2 is going to give me 17.5 inch. Okay, so I'll mark 17.5. Then I'll measure 4 inches difference. So I'll take 2 inches from here. Then 2 inches from here. Okay. Then waist 30 divided by 2 is going to give me 15 inches. Okay, 15. 3.5 difference. Okay, so I'm going to divide the 3.5 difference into these two halves. So I'll be having 1.7 inches. Okay, but I will be taking 2 inches from here, 2 inches from this side. Okay, then hip 38 divided by 2 is going to give me 19 inches. Okay, so I'm going to divide what is remaining here, which is 2.5. So I'll be taking 1.5 inch from each side. Okay, 1.5 inch, 1.5 inch. Okay, for my side slits, the length is going to be 18 inches. From the down area, I measured 18 inches. Okay, which is here. This is where my slit is going to start. So guys, I'm going to shape or sew along this marked line. Okay, I'm also going to shape along this marked line and stop here. Okay, then I'm going to fix my sleeve off camera. So guys, this is my end result. You can see how neat and beautiful my bodycon dress came out. Do well to hit on the subscription button, subscribe to this channel, like, comment and share with your friends. And if you have any question, do well to also drop that on the comment section. I'll be there to attend to you. Thank you for watching. Bye and see you on my next video tutorial.